wide range. And so,
about to throw some ground chicken on this thing real quick. Y'all don't see me do this before.
Could possibly have
So,
multiple infections, multiple bacterial
Let me go
infections.
ahead and do that because I have I just want to make some chicken sandwiches.
In this case, that's exactly
Yeah,
what
I'll
it
make
is.
some chicken sandwiches.
Almost like a broad spectrum antibiotic because it fights against gram-positive and gram-negative infections. Number 3, it increases the uptake. This is really important not only for diabetics or pre-diabetics. This is important in general because a lot of people are developing what is called insulin resistance. And if you develop insulin resistance, this is going to cause so many other issues. You probably heard in my previous video. Well, clothes actually increase your uptake of of glucose by increasing your insulin. So that insulin is what chaperones the glucose into the cell instead of it hanging out in the blood, making the blood thick and viscous. Okay, so that's really important as well too. Number 4 is also anti-cancerous, as I mentioned before, because of the noted nature of antioxidants, specifically eugenol. Okay, so it can help as a form of cancer prevention as well too, which is really important. All right, so number 5, it improves bone health. All right, now this is really, really important for everybody, but it's very, very important for women as they age in life. Okay, because women as they age in life, they have a higher risk and higher tendency of developing osteoporosis, which is their brittle bones. Okay, and one of the benefits of cloves is that it actually improves bone health because it's loaded with magnesium, it's loaded with phosphorus, boron. It also is loaded with magnesium as well too, and these are the minerals that literally make up the bone structure. So very important for everybody, really important for women out there, all right? Because you want to be actually, building your bone health every day. And one of the ways you can do that is by incorporating cloves, okay? Not only as a tea, but also in your diet as well too, all right? Number six, it aids in digestion. How does it do this? It increases the gastric mucus protective layer inside of the bowel. Okay, so inside of your bowels, or our gut, or our intestines, however you want to say it, inside it is a mucus membrane layer. That mucus membrane layer is there to protect and also to help decipher what goes through the gut into the bloodstream. All right, so one of the things that cloves do is increase, okay, this protective layer. That is really important because as this protective layer becomes more and more degenerated and disintegrates, now more and more things can cross that barrier, okay? And the reason why that happens is because, again, as you disintegrate this layer, okay, it's probably because of your diet. Your diet has so many foods in it that are very inflammatory, dairy and gluten being.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Labor Day savings on LG appliances. Get appliances that last with helpful features you can rely on for years and years to come. Now at the Home Depot.
Wellness trends come and go, but what works stays. At Bright, we've never had to chase trends. Since we were founded over 100 years ago, we've been obsessed with one thing: what works. It's why we have an unwavering belief in the natural power of apple cider vinegar that's real, raw, and unfiltered. Nothing new, flashy, just real. Forget what's trending. Choose the original apple cider vinegar. Right, a dose of what works.
Two of the biggest culprits, and they cause these tight junctions in your gut to become loose. Okay, so once these tight junctions are loose, and that mucus layer is disintegrated, now you're going to have the issue of leaky gut. All right, that means your gut is literally leaking things that it should not be leaking.
Leaky gut.
And this is what causes the immune system to become overactive. Okay, and as the immune system becomes overactive, this is when autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, okay, like rheumatoid arthritis, like lupus, like MS or multiple sclerosis. Okay, so one of the benefits of clove is that it actually increases this protective barrier. Okay, Okay, so it's a really great way, again, to cheers it up. And instead of having some sugary beverage, add some clove to it or incorporate it into your diet. All right. Number 7, it helps to prevent gastric stomach ulcers. All right. One study showed that cloves, when compared to actual pharmaceutical drugs, delivered the same, if not better, impact than the drugs. Okay, when it came to gastric stomach ulcers. Okay, so for my people out there who are struggling with ulcers or struggling with recurrent ulcers that come back after you, and again and again and again, you've done everything to treat them, and many of the treatments that are used, unfortunately, actually exacerbate the condition or make other things worse. Okay, so this is another huge benefit as well, too, including the helping with digestion, and as I explained, with increasing the mucous membrane later. But it also helps to prevent and even help with stomach ulcers as well, too. All right. Number 8, and I've mentioned this one before, but I'm going to mention it again. Cloves are really good, and specifically clove oil is really good for toothaches and gingivitis. Okay, inflammation of the gums. If you're one of those people who you notice that when you floss your gums, they start to bleed, then you're more than likely, and especially if you notice that your gums are red and they're also puffy, you more than likely have either the beginning stages of gingivitis or you are on your way that disease stage. And what's really important about that is that we can look at your oral health and almost dictate your physical health is about to go as well too. So one of the benefits of clove oil is, again, it not only helps with toothaches, okay, it helps with gingivitis as well too. And the reason why it does is because clove oil helps with nerve pain, and much of the pain that people are experiencing when it comes to a toothache is coming from that nerve. Okay? It decreases inflammation, which is the gingivitis, okay, itis, inflammation. It's antibacterial, it's antifungal, and it's also antiviral as well too. And the good thing is it gets rid of the bad bacteria, leaves the good bacteria there to stay and flourish. Okay, so one of the best ways that you can sort of address the toothache or gingivitis is red, swollen, bleeding gums is clove oil. And I'll tell you again how you can actually use it. And then number 9 is when they compare clove oil to tea tree oil. Both are effective against fungus. But what they noticed was that clove oil actually kills the fungus even faster. Okay, so one of the things that I tell people to use tea tree oil for is when you have that fungus in your toenails. Okay, specifically, the big toe. All right, and your toe begins to turn brown. All right, one of the things I tell people to use is tea tree oil. However, studies have confirmed that even clove oil is even more potent and it kills the fungus even faster. So, people are struggling with the toes, there you go. You can use the clove oil, or you can use a combination of both. All right. Number 10, and I mentioned this before. Cloves are anti-parasitic, and that's really important. They kill the worms, not only the worms, the parasites themselves, but they also kill the eggs of the worms. And a lot of people,
what's going on, y'all?
unfortunately, will do something. Let's say, for instance, you'll take a drug or do something to get rid of parasites.
I'm trying to learn about herbs. I got my first plant of herbs.
One of the benefits of
Got me some soursop leaves, and I like to put the soursop leaves in the water. Right before bed. Yeah.
Killing parasites growing again and being back.
Put that thing in it right before bed.
That's hugely important.
I ain't sleep
Right,
good
so what I
too.
want to do now is give you a sheet on how to use clove oil. If you get a toothache, what you can do is get some essential clove oil.
Y'all hear dog?
Number
I
5.
thought the bulky place. That's fucking dog.
Let's get this workout.
Let's crush it.
Go, Pilot. How's my spot?
I'd suggest keeping your core tight.
Now I feel it. Only deadlifts and lunges lift, right?
Don't forget about the
I was
plates.
trying to forget about those legs.
Not on my watch. Roger, this dollhouse will complete my cat collection.
Let's get the dollhouse back. Time to get tiny. Is this an action-packed rescue mission?
You take a Q-tip, you dip the Q-tip in the cold water, all right?
Hey, y'all go ahead and hang on to that.
And you essentially swallow around the infected tooth, the tooth that is actually giving you pain. And that will help with the nerve pain. So that's one thing. The other thing is how you can use clove oil is you can use it with oil pulling. So oil pulling is taking a teaspoon of, let's say, coconut oil, okay? And then you add in maybe 5 to 7 drops of clove oil. All right, put that in your mouth, switch it around for about 2 to 3 minutes. That will also be very helpful. To use clove oil is you can use it with oil pulling. So oil pulling is taking a teaspoon of, let's say, coconut oil, okay? And then you add in maybe 5 to 7 drops of clove oil. All right, you put that in your mouth, switch it around for about 2 to 3 minutes. That will also be very helpful in the prevention of gingivitis and other gum diseases as well too. All right, so oil pulling is very helpful as well too. You also could take that same combination. Let's say, for instance, instead of using it to oil pull, you could take that same combination. And let's say you have muscle pain, you can put it directly on a muscle that is sore. Also, if you have a cold sore, okay, so let's say you have a cold sore that popped up out of nowhere, you can actually take that coconut oil and the clove oil and use for a cold sore as well too. All right, so that's another way that you can use it. Another way that you can use clove oil is putting some drops of the oil into a spray bottle with water, and you can use it as an insect repellent as well too. I would actually add in a little bit of cayenne pepper, and voila, you got a natural insect repellent as well too. All right, and then the last way is with the tea. All right, so I like to make, I probably have clove tea maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And so I like to make mine with this herb mesh ball I have here. So I put the cloves inside of here and make my tea. And I usually put somewhere about a half a teaspoon or to a teaspoon inside, and I make my tea. And you can repeat use this as well too. So hopefully that's been helpful in terms of not only helping you understand all the benefits of clove oil, and help you understand how you can incorporate plant medicine into your daily routine, but also how in the time of age, let's say a toothache, let's say you have an ulcer, let's say you're having problems with your digestion, let's say you have an autoimmune condition, let's say you're trying to deal with parasites, this is one of the herbs you have to have in your regimen. And you know it to be true, because if you look on the back of my Parasite Candida cleanse, one of the herbs that I use in it is clove, okay? You can see the clove in there as well too. That's why I incorporated it in there, among the other herbs as well too, because they not only, again, attack the parasites, they also get rid of the eggs as well too. So hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you learned something, and if you did learn something, remember, caring and sharing. Share this video with somebody. Let's get the information out there. Let's make this a grassroots effort. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what other kind of content you would like to learn. Let me know what was an aha moment for today's video as well too. And I'll see you in the next video. And also remember, I have a group detox coming up in May, okay? Inside of the group detox, you're gonna get a 30-day supply of the detox, my detox, all right, to get rid of parasites, yeast, to clean out your gut, to reboot your liver, reboot your kidneys, etc. But you're also going to get a meal plan, you're going to get recipes, you're also going to get access to an online support group, which I'll be coming in coaching you inside of that support group as well too for 30 days. And we've seen so much healing inside of there as well too.
Zorro.com knows that every job is important. And for more than 10 years, Zorro.com has been delivering tools, parts, and supplies for your business.
Today I'm going to be powering this shed with solar, and I'm going to do it using this Thunderbolt Solar 100 watt panel from Harbor Freight. Usually when people set up solar on sheds like this, they have 4 components. They have the panel, they have a battery, an inverter, and a charge controller. I'm going to do things a little bit differently with mine. Rather than having to buy all 4 of those components, I'm really only going to need 2, and they're both from Harbor Freight. In addition to the 100 watt panel, I'm also going to be using this 350 watt Predator power station. The power station comes in at $279. What's cool about this power station is that it's going to serve the same functions as a battery, an inverter, and a controller. It is, after all, essentially just a big battery, but it also has your AC voltage ports here that you can plug anything into, and it's got a built-in controller, so it doesn't overcharge. Now, out of curiosity's sake, I do also want to try running an actual external controller. So I've got this cheap Synergy Wanderer that I picked up on Amazon for $17.99. So I'm going to try to get this to work with the power station, just as a sort of safety net, because that power station is pretty expensive after all. I really don't want it to overcharge and get ruined. So I'm going to see if we can get this to work. But I think probably having an internal controller plus an external controller, they're not going to mesh together and something's not going to work, but we'll see. But again, this is not really a necessity. So if you exclude this, we've got a $120 solar panel and a $280 power station, brings our bill to a total of $400. If you're shopped around for solar equipment at all, you'll know that's a pretty good price. It's really not bad at all to outfit this entire shed. I've been using this power station for quite a while now to charge my tool batteries, run some speakers, run a fan, and I've even installed a light in here, just like that. But the issue is that every time this power station runs out of juice, I have to take it into my house and charge it. The idea behind the solar setup is to have it automatically replenish with the sun, so I never even have to move it. So without further ado, let's open up this panel and assemble everything and get this whole shed wired up. Alright, here it is. The build quality seems alright. I mean, it's a little flimsy, a little cheap looking. The reason I wanted to get this one over some of the other Harbor Freight panels is because it's supposed to be highly durable for long-term outdoor use and virtually maintenance-free. A lot of the other panels at Harbor Freight were advertised more of a temporary use, like if you're going camping and you just need to charge something for a day or two. But that's not what I wanted for this. I wanted something to stay up on the roof of my shed for years and I never have to touch it. I don't know if that's how this is going to go. I kind of feel like first hailstorm, this thing's going to get dinged up pretty bad. The instruction manual says, do not install when tired or under the influence of drugs. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. One thing that's a little disappointing is that the panel does not come with any mounting hardware. Like I said, I was planning on mounting it to the roof of my shed, but it doesn't come with anything to do that. All it has is these stands, which is really just meant for more temporary use, like if you're just sitting it outside in your yard. And so I guess I'll just have to sit it out there for now and then mount it on the roof later. I'm also a little disappointed with the amount of connections. Probably would come with a couple of alternate cables to choose from, or connector types. But let's get this one cable. It does have an adapter on the hook. So out of the box it comes like this, with this J plug on the end. You can actually unhook this. This is just an adapter for an Anderson connection, which is great because the Predator power station comes with an Anderson input right here on the back. So it's cool that you can just plug and play right into the power station. But if we take a look at the charge controller, you'll see there's no sort of Anderson input. So we're going to have to tinker with this cable a little bit to get it to work with the charge controller. But first, let's just try plugging it straight into the power station just to check and make sure it even works. Alright, here's my temporary setup. Let me plug in the panel to the power station and see what we're cooking with. Plug it in right like this. Alright, now the screen is kind of hard to see, but it's working. You see there, we're 82% charged. We've got 47 watts coming in. It's going to take an hour and 7 minutes to charge completely. And it says a 100 watt panel, so ideally we want to be getting more than this.
Manufacturing, speed to market, is critical. Don't let waiting for quotes delay your project. Xometry's custom manufacturing platform is always on. Instantly generate accurate quotes and design feedback. Tap into our vast network of certified suppliers across the globe. And streamline production with expert technical support. From single prototypes to full-scale production, Xometry is making manufacturing smarter, faster, and more accessible. Talk to an expert today to get started.
The sun is coming from that way right now, so let me angle it this way. And I'm also going to put out the feet, like so, and drop it down. Perfect. All right, now you can see we're getting 66, 65, 64 watts in, 55 minutes to full. That's much better. Whenever I plug this power station into the wall in my house, I believe I get about 78 watts in. So as long as I can get something close to that, I'll be happy. All right, look at that. We're at 69, 70 watts now. Let's go. Okay, so now comes the question, how do I integrate the charge controller? So what I'm going to need to do is remove the Anderson connection. You see I slide this down. Got the red wire and the black wire going straight in there. I'm going to remove these. There's probably a better way to get the wires out of the connector, but I'm just going to cut them because I'm a Neanderthal and that's all I know how to do. I was trying to use one thing in this video that isn't from Harbor Freight, but these wire strippers are super dull, so here's my Harbor Freight wire cutters. Boom. There we go. Now we've got to get a cable that goes from the controller to the power station. And luckily, the Predator power station actually came with a couple of different cables. And here's one of them. It came with one cable that had like a cigarette car, like a car cigarette lighter on one end and an Anderson on the other. But I thought I'd save that one just in case I ever need to charge this with my car. But this other cable on the other hand, it's got an Anderson on this end and these on the other end. This is the cable that I'm going to cut up and use. All right, I got these stripped. So don't ask me why, because I am not an expert on this kind of thing. But for some reason, you absolutely have to connect the battery to the controller before the panel. I heard this online and I was like, that doesn't really seem that important. And I was just looking through the instruction manual for this controller, and within the first 3 pages, it says that probably 4 or 5 times. You have to connect the battery before the panel. So that's what I'm going to do. It also says to put in the positive first and then the negative for both the battery and the panel. I don't know if that really matters, but again, might as well do it how the instruction manual says to do it. So that way if it doesn't work, I will know that it's not because I did something wrong. Okay, the battery is connected. There's nothing on the screen on the controller yet. Let me connect the panel. All right, got the panel over here now. Let's go ahead and hook it up to the controller. Okay, let's see if this somehow works. I'm afraid the external controller is not going to communicate with the internal controller. It's just not going to work. It's been initializing like this for probably 20 or 30 minutes now. And if you look at the screen on the power station, it seems to recognize that there is a solar panel connected, but it's just getting 0 watts. And it just kind of blinks on and off. Something's not working right. So it looks like we're just going to have to go straight from the panel to the power station. So it's not ideal, but I think it will still be perfectly safe, considering we do still have the internal controller. Okay, I got the controller unhooked. Now, since I snipped both of these wires, I could just splice these together. That'll give me an even longer cord to play with. I don't have any heat shrink on hand right now, so I'm just going to use some electrical tape. There we go. We're going to set the panel up facing south. And now we are getting 21 watts. Okay. Now I've just got to position it how I want it. Okay, since I don't have any mounting hardware, I'm not going to put it on the roof for now. Instead, I think I'm going to put it on this cover here that covers my firewood. I think that's perfect. Now I just need to drill a hole through for my wire to go through, and then I'm going to do some waterproofing around it.
This Adam is on WhatsApp.
Everyone here? Everyone on WhatsApp got the location change.
Great. This Adam is not.
Is everybody here?
No, shut up, because the location change was varied by our SVPs. It's time for WhatsApp.
my electrical tape splicing to get this through, but now that it's through, I can redo that. So here's what it looks like on the outside. And on the inside, I've got the wire coming through. I re-spliced it with the Anderson connector. Look at that. 77 watts, 78 watts. Yes. Let's go. Perfect. And turn on the
Are you tired of watching YouTube videos where the person speaking is really just hyping you up to the end to sell you a course, mentorship, or something like that? Well, you clicked on the right video this time. I'm going to give you 7 businesses that you can start with $0 using AI and nothing to sell you at the end of this video. I'm going to give you all of the sauce in this episode. So let's get into number 1. Hey there, before we get into today's life-changing video, a lot of tools out there, but my go-to tool is the one that we all know and love, ChatGPT. So you can use ChatGPT, but of course there are also other ones like DeepSeek out there, and they can help you generate the script for the content. Then you can take that over to 11 Labs if you want the voices, and then over to HeyGen to produce the video. Or if you don't want to get confused about what tool should I use for this or what tool should I use for that, Google has an excellent tool that I use now called Google VEO3. Now, unfortunately, this is a paid tool. Now, the other tools that I named here, ChatGPT does have a free tier, and you can also check out the free tiers or at least take a free trial on these other softwares. But if you are somebody that does want a comprehensive solution and you don't mind paying a little money for it, there are tools out there already that will do this all in-house. But for the benefit of somebody that doesn't want to pay anything at all to get started, you can create fantastic social media content across multiple platforms without ever showing your face, without ever trying to figure out what to say, all by using tools like ChatGPT and using tools to generate it like HeyGen, 11 Labs, and other services out there. Now, you guys know I'm biased to media, so I'm going to explain how this makes money, because first I want to tell you how to do it, but now you might be saying, okay, now I know how to do it. How do I make money? Well, content creators like myself get paid based off the ad revenue. We also have sponsors that will reach out to us and want to sponsor certain episodes as well. Or you can sell your own products and services if you would like. So if you do have an ebook, a course, merchandise, anything like that that you would like to promote and sell directly to your audience, those are just several ways that you can start monetizing with your own AI-powered content agency. Let me give you one more, and then we got to go on to number 2, or we're going to run out of time before we get to all 7. So the 4th way you can make money, on top of advertisers, on top of sponsors, on top of selling direct to consumer, is that there are a lot of people out there that identify as either introverts or just flat out too busy to consistently create their own social media content. So you can actually go pitch this to business owners if you're like me, because I rather do business with business owners than individuals. It's just an easier sale and more money for me usually. So you can go pitch this service to other businesses like we intend to do and say, hey, look, we'll grow your social media presence. That will lead to increasing your brand awareness and ultimately increasing the number of sales you generate in your service-based business. So feel free to steal that one, and you don't owe me anything for that. So now let's get into the second way you can leverage AI to make money with absolutely
Voila.
$0
There you go.
starting out. Now let's get into
Yeah.
the second way you can make a full-time income
Just ground
with AI, starting off
Ground
with just
chicken,
$0.
pretty simple.
Shout out to
Ground
Mr.
chicken.
Ricky. That's the gentleman that introduced this
My
to
little
me.
mix
I didn't
of
catch your last name.
four
And we met in Staples
and
of all
spices.
places. So that just goes to show you
No,
never
I
know
lied. 7
where you might
herbs
meet
and
your next
spices.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Mr. Ricky is retired
Oh, I
Special
forgot
Forces Army, and he now makes a full-time income, not just from his retirement and his benefits from being, Special Forces Army, but he makes even more money now by leveraging ChatGPT, a tool that I already introduced you guys to
That's a little
to
teaching.
optimize people's
Yeah, so
LinkedIn
I'm about
pages.
to bite
Now,
that.
what he does is do a LinkedIn audit, and then he helps make your
That's
LinkedIn
my
page
third one of the night.
look
So
attractive
it's
to
that kind of party.
employers or business owners. If you're a business trying to attract other businesses to do business with you, and he also uses it as well to do the same thing that he does to your LinkedIn page, audit and optimize it to your resume as well. So he helps professionals that are looking
I'm
to
about to
look their
bust
very
this
best on LinkedIn, whether you are a business owner and want to
I'm about
attract
to
more
bust this
business,
up,
or
guys.
you are an individual looking to be of maximum attraction to employers, and he makes a full-time income just off of LinkedIn, leveraging ChatGPT. And I want to highly encourage those of you out there that are already active on LinkedIn to consider doing your own LinkedIn audit, leveraging ChatGPT, and then also auditing your resume as well using ChatGPT. Now, how do you do this? Right? The great thing about ChatGPT and a lot of other AI tools now, they're so advanced that even if you don't know how to do it, you can literally ask ChatGPT how to do a proper LinkedIn audit to look, the very best for employers, business owners, blah, 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 whoever you would like to attract. And then you can ask it the same question about your resume. And believe it or not, ChatGPT will tell you the answer. And then once it gives you the answer, you can then say, okay, well, based off of whatever data you feed it, your resume, your LinkedIn page, your information, how can I best optimize this page, this resume, whatever it is, and it will help you do it as well. So there is literally no excuse why you can't, after watching this video, of course. And hey, if you're not subscribed, my data says that over half of you all haven't subscribed yet. Subscribe to this channel as well. But after watching this video, you can take immediate imperfect action and start your own LinkedIn optimization business. And you can literally find clients on the platform itself, just seeking out people in your niche. That's a nugget. Don't let that go over your head. I don't recommend that you focus on everybody on LinkedIn, regardless of their industry. I don't recommend that you focus on everybody's resume on LinkedIn, regardless of what kind of history and job that they want. Start off with a niche. So maybe you start off with IT professionals. Maybe you start off in the healthcare niche. But I would pick a niche that is high paying at least and focus on helping those companies that are looking to get high paid individuals to work for them in the healthcare field, in the IT field, in the legal field, right? Because of course, as you guys know, because you're really smart if you're watching this channel, these are the kind of people that can afford to pay you a premium because you're bringing them an asset that they're also going to pay a premium because it's going to take their company into the future that they aspire to attain, right? So that being said, that's number 2. Now let's get to number 3 on our list. Now, unfortunately, I forgot the gentleman's name that taught me this. What's up, family? Brief interruption, but I'm going to get you right back over to today's action. If you are watching this and you're a business owner and you want to be featured on this channel because you know that the business that you're in has changed your life for the better and you just want to be a blessing to other people, there's going to be an application down the description below for you to apply to be featured in upcoming videos if you truly have a heart to help. That's our number 1 priority. What you do must be legal, ethical, moral, and you truly must be interested in helping people better their lives, financially speaking, so that way they can better fulfill their God-given purpose. That's what we're all about here, and I would love to feature you on the channel if you're an entrepreneur that meets those qualifications. If you're watching this and you know somebody, but you yourself are not that person, I do want to let you know as well that you can refer somebody to apply, and if they decide to be featured on the channel as well, we go through the process and make sure that they're a good fit for our audience here. We do give out gifts to those that make those referrals as well. So whether you want to be featured or you know somebody that does have a heart to help people, please recommend that they apply to be featured on the channel today. But back to today's section. This is a gentleman that created an AI template that he used to trade stock options with. Check out this video.
Today I'm in 420 off of Reddit.
Okay.
Picked up by
Oh yeah.
Philip Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Over 600 bucks.
That was over 675, but I could have made more.
Yeah.
But I was only contract on Reddit. One contract on here.
Yeah. But so say again how you did it though with ChatGPT.
But I have ChatGPT to create me a momentum.
So in case you missed it, let me spell it out to you so easy a caveman can do it. He literally created a trading bot, a trading template straight from ChatGPT, plugged it in the trading view, and is now making money from it. Now, a disclaimer, because legally it is against the FTC guidelines if we go too crazy, too deep with this. I am not telling you to do this. I'm not telling you that if you do this, you will make a lot of money. I am just telling you that you can create AI-powered templates for whatever you want to create a template for. And this is simply an example of one template that worked for one individual, not guaranteeing your results at all, right? So FTC, if you're watching, please don't send me another nasty gram saying that, you know, I'm breaking the law, right? Which is why you guys should join my free newsletter. That's linked down in the description below. It costs you nothing, but we can talk about stuff that we can't talk about, right? So AI-powered digital templates is a way that people are making real money, and I can do a whole dedicated video about that, not on YouTube for obvious reasons, but that is way number 3. Now let's transition into way number 4. You can start with $0 and start making money as well. Well, before we go to number 4, right? One last thing. How could this gentleman have possibly made money instead of just trading? Because of course, obviously, if you're trading, you gotta have money to trade, right? So he could have made this bot, and he could have went on demand. For anybody that doesn't know what that is, he could have practiced trade the real market with fake money just to test it to see, you know, what the win rate would be, and then he could have took that content and used that as marketing material and said, hey, look, for a few bucks, I'm willing to sell you this software. Tested it, it did this, right? So maybe you sell it the first time for $10, and then some people start loving it, then you sell it for $50. Then some people start loving it, you sell it for even more. So, right, so in case you're a little bit confused on how you can make money with templates, specifically if you're making a template that people use money with to make more money, you can test the template, use the test results as data that becomes your marketing material. I hope that makes sense. If not, text me, right? My number is always available either on the screen or down in the description if you're a little bit lost, right? So now that we're clear on that, or at least I hope we're clear on that, now let's transition over into number 4, and it is my first love. You guys know authorjt.com. That's the #1 resource you should always check first if you're looking to better yourself via investing in a book. But of course, you can create your own books, whether it's children's books, whether it's journals, whether it's self-help books, whatever genre you're great at. I'm biased to self-help. You guys know I give all the data and all the reasons why I write what I write. But no matter what genre you're in, you can use the free version of ChatGPT. You can also use DeepSeek as well to research and create not just the words, but also the cover and any other graphics you may need inside of your book. I've actually tested this out as like a little case study because, of course, I, like many of you all are watching, they say, hey man, people say that you can do this and do that. Can it really be done? Right? I actually created a ebook on a Friday night while I am sitting on the couch beside my 7-year-old daughter watching Moana because that's what she wanted to watch. And in less than 30 minutes, wrote an ebook, launched the ebook, and then kind of like forgot about it and checked it again on Monday. So Friday evening we wound it down and then forgot about it over the weekend. Monday morning I checked the sales numbers. We had made over $2,000 off of a book that was completely written all the way down to cover design. Every last piece of the book, everything in the book was 100% AI generated, and I published it in 30 minutes. Wrote the book, launched it to my private community, right? Immediately after it was done, right? And woke up to $2,000 over a weekend. Now that book is being published now. So now, brownie points for anybody out there that could possibly guess what that book was, right? It's probably going to be an easy guess, especially for those of y'all that are in the private community, because we were straight up about it, right? But anyway, that book made $2,000 over a weekend. That book has sold, consistently even beyond that. I've never gotten a bad review about that book. I've never been asked for a refund as it relates to that book, like they didn't like it or didn't deliver on the promises, right? That is one of the few books that has never gotten any bad reviews. I've handwritten and typed up books that took me an entire month to think about and wrote, and there's still somebody somewhere that was like, well, I didn't like his daughter was on the cover and not a truck, right? So surprisingly, and I hate to admit this, AI has written a book that is better than my books that I actually took the time to research and write. And I say all that again to say that yes, you can generate a book from start to finish completely using free AI, and you can launch it as well. And I'm not guaranteeing that you'll make $2,000 over a weekend. And if you don't have your own company or your own list, you can reach out and partner to other affiliate marketers, and that's one way that you can launch it as well. Without spending money on ads, or you can promote it on your own organic social media as well, right? So those are some ways to monetize it. If you're brand new to marketing and you don't know anything about the basic ways to get people to buy your stuff, those are a few ways to do it, right? So clear on number 4, yes. Now with number 5, you guys know this wouldn't be a JT Automations video if I didn't throw a curveball in there just to kind of expand your mind. And that's why number 5 is translation services for businesses. Do you know how many businesses, my business being one of them included, that would love to reach other demographics? You guys know I bought a software company. That software company will hopefully launch in less than 30 days if everything goes right. I'm actually talking to the developer immediately after this video, but I would like to not just be a YouTuber in a box that's for this group of people and this group of people only. So I would like to create content, products, services for the people that watch me in Africa, for the people that watch me in Europe, for the people that watch me in South America, for the people that watch me wherever I can best serve those men and women at. So what you can do, or what anybody can do, is leverage free AI tools that can translate audio as well as written form content, right? And translate it into Mandarin or into Spanish or into whatever other popular languages based off the need of that business owner, and then say, hey, look, I will be willing to translate all of your content. So what does this look like in real time, right? And I'm just going to use myself as an example. So if a company was willing to translate all of my social media videos that are on this channel, put how many videos are on this channel right now. So if somebody was willing to take the time to, one, find out what languages would give me the greatest return on investment if my content was translated into that language, and then do maybe my most popular videos in that language as a sample, maybe not even the whole video, but a snippet of it, to show me, this is what it will look like, this is what it will sound like, and we translated it into this language, right? They can do that to not just me, but many other content creators as well, and they can leverage AI software too. Now, because I know one of you all are going to definitely try to sell me on this, I'm going to make you do some legwork and actually find the software tools yourself. there's a ton of software tools out there that will do it. Your goal here is to find one that has a free trial, because all of the good ones out there do have pricing plans, but you can still leverage a free trial and you can start pitching people before you even use your free trial if you think that you're really great at pitching. If you're not so great at pitching, jump on that free trial, go ahead and do some snippets, and then send those snippets over and to as many content creators as you believe you possibly can serve that will give the greatest ROI, and explain to them not only
This is my
what
rules,
you
maybe.
did, showing them what you did, but why you did it as well. So why did you choose this language over that language? What is the return on investment, right? Because yeah, it's obvious from any buyer's perspective what's in it for the seller. You're gonna get my hard-earned money. But what am I gonna get that's greater than my hard-earned money? Now keep in mind, you don't have to only target content creators like myself and others. You can target any businesses that you believe that their business and their brand will grow and make more money, and there's a clear return on investment through translation services if their content that's in written and video form was translated into other popular languages in areas where they can now monetize new markets that they're now cut off from due to a communication barrier, right? So hope you guys are clear on that. Now let's get into number 6 on the list. Number 6 on my list is another doozy because I don't want my videos to be like anybody else's videos you can find on YouTube. Well, maybe after, right? So it turns into the sender and says, hey, just wanted to, tell you all of these positive things from you to you or from me to you. Happy birthday or congratulations on, your marriage. Congratulations on your baby. Congratulations on whatever, right? Now, there are companies out there now that are already killing it. I know companies that all they do is specialize in doing subscription box services for premium buyers. So companies might say, hey, I sell a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or better thing. And as an added bonus that the buyer doesn't know, we also want to send them a goodie box after they make their purchase, right? So I know people that do this that are in real estate and they send a goodie box after they close a big deal. I know people that are high ticket coaches that send it after somebody joins their coaching program. I know people that sell boats and luxury cars and they send it to their clients after they make a major purchase. I know, the list goes on and on, but you can use AI tools that we already covered in this video to create AI videos of anybody, right, that you want. Do it responsibly, of course, and this is a business that while it is very niche, you can make a lot of money by going an inch in a mile deep for businesses that have premium clients, right? Now, last but not least, drum the roll, please. What's number 7? Right now, in this video, I didn't cover many of the AI tools that are out there. We could have kept going and talked about Clean and Merv and blah, 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 right, all day long because there's so many great AI tools out there, right? We can also talk about companies that are not solely AI companies, but they have AI built in, like Canva and Notion, and you can build businesses using those as well. But for the sake of time, because I know nobody wants to listen to a YouTube video that never ends, I want to make number 7 a catch-all by saying your 7th way to make money starting with $0 is by becoming an AI integrator. That is where you go out to businesses that are not aware of AI. Maybe they're a little bit afraid of AI. Maybe they don't understand how AI can serve them. And your job is to explain to them how AI can help them save time, save money, and earn more money simultaneously through using tools that fit to their business, right? So there is a lot of different directions to go in. And of course, it depends on what type of business you want to niche down and focus on. But an AI integrator is going to be able to write their own check in the future, in my opinion. So the 7th way I would recommend is you just being a wealth of knowledge by watching YouTube videos like this. So make sure you subscribe if you've done so already. and others, when you just staying up to date on the latest and greatest AI tools, how they work, testing out the free ones, jumping on free trials when you can, and just knowing all of these AI tools, so when the opportunity comes, or when you go meet that next client that has a check for you, you know exactly what AI tools they need and how you can plug them into their business to save them time, save them money, and make them more money. If you can check all three of those boxes, you, my friend, are a highly successful, well-paid AI integrator, and you'll have money for generations to come. If you got value out of this, subscribe, smash the like button, share this video with anybody think you help. Till next time, I'm your favorite country cousin, JC Automations, and I'm gone.
Let's get this workout.
Absolutely. Let's crush it.
How's my spot? Is my form okay?
Looking good, but I'd suggest keeping your chest up and core tight.
Nah, I feel it.
That's the firm we want.
Only deadlifts and lunges left, right?
Don't forget about the planks.
So, how everybody doing tonight? Y'all go having a good night. Good stuff.
I wanted to test and see what would happen if I ate chia seeds every day for 30 days. I think you might be shocked at the results. Hear me out. They might not be what you expect. Now, before I start, I do want to say I've been eating chia seeds as part of my diet regularly for probably a little over a year now. I just wasn't consistent. So that's where this test came in. I wanted to be consistent for 30 days. And I also wanted to share a few fun ways throughout the video that I've been able to do that, maintain that. There's a lot of different ways to consume. I'm going to be doing an in-depth skincare tutorial on myself. These techniques you can use on yourself and others. So whether you want to cut your hair, cut your nephew, your cousin, whoever it is, you can use these methods. Let's get into it.
Oh yeah, the boy cut out.
Into the cut. So straight away, you've got to put your skin line in where you want the fade to end. Very important.
Hey guys, Toby Mathis here, and today we're going to talk about 3 ways to be your own bank. Do you want to know how the wealthy skip the banks, avoid loan officers, and finance their own investments? I'm going to show you 3 ways to be your own bank, and these aren't gimmicks. These are strategies I've seen used by high net income people, my high net worth clients, business owners, and even myself. We've all used them. Now, I'm not saying you should never borrow from a bank again either. What I am saying is that once you understand these tools, you'll have more control, less stress, and possibly even tax benefits from using them. Let's break them down one by one, starting with the one.
That kind of day, y'all.
For snacks that are purposefully crafted and always delicious. Beech Nut.
Greetings e introductions. Saludos e introducciones. Joel. Hola. Hola. Hola.
Hola.
Good morning. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes.
Buenas
Buenas
tardes.
tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Good evening. Good night.
I can do this.
Buenas noches.
Buenas
Buenas
noches.
noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
How are you? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
I'm fine, thank you.
Estoy bien, gracias.
Estoy bien. Gracias.
Estoy bien.
Estoy bien.
Estoy bien.
Gracias.
Gracias.
And you?
And you?
Y tú?
Oh, he could have been speaking Spanish like one of the conquistadors.
Y tú?
That's what Brutus. Mucho gusto.
Well, I hate to eat and run, but my son's taking me shopping. Seems like he's doing very well these days. Yes, he got himself a hybrid. He saves on gas and he's classy. Okay, Hyundai.
Enjoy more in the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
What makes you a true original? It's in the way you show up with confidence, the kind you don't have to announce, because you follow your instincts. Showing up as you.
Hey, can y'all please tell me who this is?
Settling. Me? Settle? Never. You don't follow the crowd.
Oh,
you
shit.
bring it. You don't fit into a box. I do fit into this.
Let me try
That's
something.
fire. You don't just walk through doors.
Yeah,
You hold them wide open. Truth is, being you, it's what makes you a true original. But something tells me you already knew that. TJ Maxx, the official sponsor of True Originals.
TJ Maxx. I'm in TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx.
What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, if you guys are ready to make money this week, matter of fact, we got 5 days to bust their head this week, okay? Please let me know down in the comments below. Listen, as always, I got a jam-packed video, so please keep it locked. Please make sure to subscribe. Help this video get at least 1,000 likes and more further ado. Let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. Class will be in session today. I'm going to
All right, so
the whole video.
I gotta take notes.
Everything you see.
Coach.
Let you guys make our next big play. Also, be in the Discord first thing in the morning.
Plus, I don't think y'all I don't think y'all allowed to hit us anyway.
We are cracking Tesla and the spy head. I don't care about the directions. I'm gonna lay the levels out so that you get busy. Monday sets the tone.
Them YTs be
Out the gate, putting the smackdown on the stock market. Okay, guys, class is in session today. Let me get this pulled up.
Them YTs be tripping.
Everything that you see. I want you to emulate this. Okay.
I don't want
Now
no
check
smoke.
this out. This is lit. I'm going to be teaching a lesson. I'm gonna teach YouTube on Robinhood today. On YouTube, I'm gonna teach Moomoo next. So I want you to get it in both platforms or at least one. In Moomoo, we can also
My dog do be dropping some knowledge though.
as well. But follow this real quick, guys. Ticker symbol L sitting at $16.75. Okay. Now let's get to our option play. All right. We have
One thing I learned was this: you can get some money as long as you're not greedy.
This is our next big play. I'm gonna walk you through it.
I got greedy. Blew my account. Man down.
Expiration date. Write all this down. Okay. Write all of this down. Okay. The next target on this, we're looking for $20, and then we got all of the 2027 is gonna hit $30.
Blew my account.
We're gonna change why that 20. That's how.
I just asked. I was taking a break. Taking a break to get a nice little pullback. And hopefully September. It looks promising.
Here's a quick lesson.
TSLL.
Do you guys see that I'm down 6%?
I feel like I see a pattern now. Starting to learn how to read the 4-hour candle. This options thing is crazy. But you can make a lot of money once you learn it though. Works.
I'm gonna show you guys how to do 100K challenge. I'm gonna show you creative ways to make your first 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K. Well, follow this for you guys. So look at my average cost. And the current price is $5.28. So if this comes to $5, I'm going to buy 2 contracts or 25 contracts. My average cost is $5.63.
That's what's up.
Now down to maybe $5.40.
Yeah, I do that.
That's understood. And then say this go at current price go down to $4.50.